everyone. I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com, and today's topic that I chose to do is called Patsys and Fake Trials. And here's the question. It says, Lynn, this is about Patsys and fake trials. When we have a false flag event or an orchestrated real event, such as Boston bombing, Batman Theater, recent bombs sent to DIMS, and a patsy is brought forward, do they actually take an innocent person, put them on trial, even lock them up? Or do they use an actor, and if both, what's the common method? What about trials for these events on TV? Is everybody in on it, or just one or two people? So, when I thought about this, and I think about this a lot because a lot of questions involve different conspiratorial type topics, and I think that most of the time they do take innocent people, but here's the thing, they have to find the right person. So their goal is to find someone who's maybe known for a slight mental imbalance. Maybe they have strong opinions out on social media, they have a little bit of a mental imbalance, maybe they've seen a therapist, and ideally they try to get someone who's been on some kind of a mind-altering drug, because ultimately that lays out the framework for everything else that's to follow. And from there, they find this person, and basically they either antagonize them, talk to them, maybe they friend them, and try to create a situation in which they get them all riled up. Maybe plant some seeds, get some ideas, and get the person to agree with them. Really, they're being manipulated into trying to, I guess, entrap themselves into a situation that they wouldn't necessarily come up with on their own, but because you have these master manipulators out there working for the powers that were, they start to go down that path. And if they find the perfect person, and this perfect person doesn't want to go with what they say, they'll do different mind control techniques. You've heard of MK Ultra and those kind of things, but basically it's a mental mind control, mental manipulation, to where if they can't talk one-on-one with them or interface with them in some way, whether it's a chat room, social media, or something like that, they'll go in a backdoor way and do some kind of a mental mind manipulation. And I get that ideally they want to have all their loose ends tied up. So the perfect scenario is when something happens, the person's either suicided or killed during the capture. I heard this phrase when I was doing the reading, that a dead man cannot speak, and it ensures they're not going to have a clear moment later. And what I mean by that is it ensures that, maybe when they go to trial, their mind's still a little hazy. Maybe they're in disbelief as to what just happened. Maybe they're questioning, did I do it? Did I not do it? But then afterwards, when they have time to sit alone in a cell and be at one with their thoughts, they don't want to risk that moment of clarity comes out and they think, you know what? I just realized what happened. Or, you know what? I talked to so-and-so. Or, oh, someone came at me on social media with this alias name or whatever. They don't want to have that actually happen. So ideally, they do try to tie up the loose ends. Sometimes innocent people absolutely go to trial. And I get that when they do that, a lot of times they're going to have a psychologist or psychiatrist almost coach them in a way to where they believe they did it. They believe they came up with it. And ideally, because these people are labeled as mentally imbalanced, they're on some kind of medication that makes them very dull to their senses, keeps them kind of lethargic, even a little easier to manipulate. Actors are also used, but I see those are more for the TV and for interviews. It's more the face-to-face to evoke an emotional response out of all the viewers and all the people that are witnessing these horrible events that are going on. And I couldn't see a situation where the actor did the crime. They're, like I said, more the spokesperson for what really happened. And really, that was all I had. I think I touched on all the questions that were asked. The good news is that I felt when I did this, because this is such of a low vibe situation that's going on out there, is there is a lot of truth coming out. And I heard this phrase and I love it, that the darkness cannot hide where there is light. So always think to the positive, because really this stuff, people are waking up to it, and the more light that's out there, the less dark can exist. So just always keep that in perspective. And really, that's all I have. I look forward to reading your comments. Please like me and share me and all those great things. It helps me out a lot. I appreciate all of you so much. And again, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Thank you. Bye.